doesn't have any type of broom with him or anything, but that's okay.
Because I knew Miami was going to get at least one game.
You knew? That's how you feel?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, well, early it was the Heat up by 9. Look at this throwdown by Bam.
And that's what it has to be. Your best players driving the narrative. Jimmy Butler had a triple-double. Bam was a little more aggressive, making his mid-range shots.
Yeah, he had 10.7 rebounds at the half, and the Heat were up 7. But now let's turn on the Jets for Giannis and the Bucks.
This team, I mean, they had too much firepower, right? And the question I walked away with this series for Miami now was, can you win a championship with Jimmy Butler being your best player? Because he was locked down in this series. Locked down the whole series.
Well, meanwhile, the Bucks, they took on a 24-4 run in the third quarter to go up 6 at the end of the third. Udonis Haslem throwing a chair, letting his Heat teammates know this is not the way it's supposed to look, but it looked the same in the fourth quarter.
Well, Kendrick Nunn was listening because he had 18 points coming in off the bench trying to be aggressive. And again, Miami playing at home, trailing 3-0. You just anticipate they're going to come out and play with a level of tenacity to not get swept.
Well, I'll tell you who played with tenacity. That would be Giannis. Being able to throw it down again. He has a triple-double, 20 points, 15 assists, 12 rebounds. The Bucks win at 120-103 and sweep the series against the Heat. It's their 7th playoff sweep in franchise history, and Giannis' first career playoff triple-double.
Wallace!
Well, like we said, he had a triple-double, and he kind of did it all in this series. He became the 2nd player in NBA postseason history to average 20 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists in a sweep. Elgin Baylor is the other player to do this in 1960 in a series that lasted 2 games. Let's hear from Giannis.
So how did they test your patience, and maybe how hard was it to stay patient, and let it come to you?
Oh my God. So should I be myself, or should I be politically correct?
We would love for you to be yourself.
I should be myself. Jim, testing our patient. That's your opinion.
Okay.
And I'll say my opinion. At the end of the day, nothing's going to be easy. Personally, I don't feel nothing. We got to keep getting better. We have a week now to recover and rest our bodies, and get better.
Doesn't get much better than a what, Jalen?
Wallace! I hate to show shade to the Miami Heat and my fantasy coach, Eric Spoelstra, Jay Will, and Maria Taylor and Woj, but this is extremely impressive by the Milwaukee Bucks. And we talked about what Drew Holiday's addition would actually mean. He stabilized their lineup. He's going to score 20 points in certain games. He's going to give you close to double-figure assists, give you lockdown defense, and it really now seems like it really puts Middleton and Giannis in a position where they can ease into their games, not have to force things.
Bobby Portis spreads out the floor. Forbes spreads out the floor. Giannis with a triple-double. Look, this is a high-octane team. Also, Drew Holiday with 9 assists, right? Mm-hmm. It's just embarrassing for Miami, though. This is a team that just got to the World Championship last year. And for them to not come out with fight. We've seen Boston, by far, not in the favorite against the Nets, right? Came out and fought. We didn't see Miami come out and fight.
And this is a Milwaukee team that thought they were better built for the playoffs in the regular season. That was the knock on them the last couple of years, that they were going to have more offensive weapons to complement Giannis Antetokounmpo, Chris Middleton, and you saw that in this series. Now they're down Dante DiVincenzo, one of their starters for the rest of the postseason. Bryn Forbes, coming off the bench, has scored the ball today. He's been a better and better offensive player for them coming in from San Antonio, but puts them in position now, to let the Nets and Celtics fight their series out and go and play perhaps a Brooklyn team that they did beat twice late in the regular season, but without James Harden.
And advancing in the bubble seemed to be a lot about talent, Los Angeles Lakers, and toughness, Miami Heat. And 3 players last year that were really high performing for the Miami Heat that just weren't there this year. Goran Dragic averaged 20 last year before he got hurt. Mm-hmm. Tyler Hero made a name for himself last year, and Duncan Robinson has become one of the best knockdown shooters in the entire NBA.
There was always concern that Miami and the Lakers, who were going to have the shortest offseason of anyone else, you would see that take its toll over the course of the year. I think that may have happened with Miami.
But also, what I would say, it's how you deal with success. LeBron James and the Lakers, they're used to being successful. They come back, they work harder. I can't necessarily say that about the Miami team if you've seen a lot of the stories that kind of rose up over the offseason.
But to Woj's point, they still are a 7 seed because they had to deal with a lot of injuries and they had to deal with the turbulence of having a short off season.
Okay, well, like you guys all said, and you mentioned it first, was that Milwaukee, they wanted the Heat, they got the Heat, they swept the Heat, and that is something to look forward to. And now, obviously, we're all kind of licking our chops to see if the Bucks get the Nets in the second round. Wish we had time to talk about it, but we don't. We got to get to the 76ers taking on the Wizards.
Never felt like you guys wanted to force the issue. So how did they test your patience, and maybe how hard was it to stay patient, and let it come to you?
Oh my God. So should I be myself, or should I be politically correct?
We would love for you to be yourself.
I should be myself, Jim. Testing our patient. That's your opinion.
Okay.
And I'll say my opinion. At the end of the day, nothing's going to be easy. There's a game that it's win or go home for them, and obviously they're going to play extremely hard. They're going to try to be physical. They're going to try to get us out of our spots. But at the end of the day, as players, you're going to have games that you're going to come and you're going to score the ball like right off the bat. There's going to be days that you're not going to do that, and today was one of those days that we couldn't score the ball right off the bat, but at the end of the day we could keep finding one another, keep facilitating, keep playing the right way. And I think and for me and for Chris, that's what we both did. Obviously they did a great job guarding us and as I said, just making it tough for us, but it did not really test our patience, because we keep playing the right way, we keep finding one another, and we have great guys out there: Bryn, Bobby, PJ, Pat, Drew, Brooke, that can also score the ball, and we just got to keep playing the right way, keep trusting what we do in our game plan, and that's what we did today, and that's where we were able to get the win.
All year long, you guys have talked about building toward the playoffs. Playing your best basketball at this juncture. To win your first series in 4 games, you get a week off now to see whoever you play. Do you feel you're at that point, like you have that 72 games and you are now peaking and playing